What is going on, guys? I am back. I'm going to be talking about something a little bit different today because we're going to be talking about, well, anime. So recently, Funimation decided to have like a fan poll of like everyone's favorite anime of the decade, right? And people are well, not too happy with the results. Let's just say that. So I just kind of wanted to talk about it and put my 2 cents in there. And why I think people are kind of overreacting a little bit. So, as you can see, full screen is here. So, actually, no. Before I get to this, let's talk about this, right? So, Shonen anime of the decade was given to My Hero Academia, right? Now here's the thing, and I tweeted out, yesterday, because I said, honestly, the only show that people really bring up that should have won over My Hero, I guess, is Attack on Titan. That's like the only other show people bring up, right? And like, as far as I know, I don't know, I haven't watched all of it, I know, but as far as I know, season 2 wasn't as well received as the first 2, but I hear season 3 is fucking fantastic, right? But My Hero's been pretty damn consistent in quality, like since the beginning. So I don't know if that may be why, because people basically are complaining like, this is recency bias. This is stupid. My Hero Academia sucks. Because that's weird at first. Because at least the people that I know, people say, My Hero Academia is good, but it's not like, it's not like the best thing ever. Which is a fair assessment. But then I get people who straight up say like, My Hero Academia sucks. The story's stupid. Like, I'm just like, bro, what? Where did all this hate come from for My Hero? Like, look, I get it. I understand that, like, there's a ton of new people in here now, and they probably only watched, like, 3 shows, and they're just like, yeah, this is the pinnacle of anime right here. Like, I get it, right? But, I mean, honestly, and here's the thing, right? Because I think a lot of people are tripping over the fact that, like, Shonen of the decade, of the entire 10 years, from 2010 to 2009, that My Hero Academia is the best shonen anime, right? And here's the thing. Really think about this entire decade. What shonen anime really came out this decade? Like, seriously, think about it. Like, because there's not a lot of them. Even like with this, right? You got the runner-ups, right? You got Attack on Titan, right? Obviously, Attack on Titan is still really good. I'm not arguing that it's not. We got Demon Slayer, of course, right? One of the newcomers just this year. Hunter x Hunter. I know a lot of people say this one too. And Hunter x Hunter is very good. The show is fucking incredible, actually. It's really goddamn good. And JoJo's, which is personally probably my favorite of anything on this list. Like, JoJo's, if you know me, you know I fucking love this series. So, that's just my personal favorite, right? But here's the thing. If you look at almost the entire decade, right? I was just looking at, let's just say, 2011. If you look at all the anime that came out in 2011, you are not going to find a lot of shonen anime. In the same 2010 to 2015, there was not a lot of shonen anime. Like, yeah, there's JoJo's. Like, literally, those ones that are on that list are probably like the biggest ones of the entire decade, of all 10 years. It's like fucking 4 or 5 shows to really show for it, because you got Tiger and Bunny, which I don't know if this is a shonen. I mean, it's battle oriented. Like, when people think of shonen, they think of obviously the shows like Dragon Ball and One Piece, Naruto, stuff like that, right? And there was not a lot of that, especially not a lot of new. Like, early in the decade, like honestly, like early like 2010, like anime was in a much different place than it is now. Because battle mangas and shonen animes were like not as popular as like some other shows. Like at the time, like things that like had a lot of drama or like a lot of romance, like a lot of battle mangas were not the manga, but like as far as like popular anime goes, like they were not battle oriented, like not at all. Like, and that's fine, you know. When you look at this list right here, just for 2011, I'll go back to 2010, but when you just look at everything on this list, it's just like most of these are not battle anime. You got Kaiji, which if you've not watched Kaiji, it's a very fucking good show, but it's not battle oriented at all. There's no fights. I mean, there's tension, right? There's stuff like that, but it's not based on like two people just beating the shit out of each other. That's not the point. And then you like the top 10, you got Nichijou, which is a fucking comedy. Monica Magica, which I guess, I mean, there's battles in this show, but again, that's not really like the focus of the show. Like, at least not to me. And to be fair, I haven't finished it either, but I've seen a good amount, right? And I understand like the point of it, what it's going for. It's like taking the magical girl thing and flipping it on its head a bit. Fate Zero is probably one that is definitely battle oriented that came out within the decade. I know a lot of people. I know Fate has like a lot of different series, and personally, I don't know about any of them. But I do hear that there's some sections of Fate, like the series, like that are really freaking good. So I wouldn't put it past them. I wouldn't put it past them at all. So this is definitely one. But my only point is, when you look at this list, everything from 2011, there's not. The number one was like Steins Gate. Number two is fucking Gintama. Show's completely fucking comedy based. The number three is obviously Hunter x Hunter, right? Which is a really fucking good show. But my only point to bring up here is like, when you look at this list, it is like overran with like anime that are not battle focused at all. Like most of the popular anime back then were not battle focused. Like, and then let's go back and look at 2010, right? Top anime of 2010. I guess we'll look at this. This isn't like a completely like definitive list, but I just wanted to look back and look at the most popular anime like at that time, right? So Eno Angel Beats was pretty damn popular at the time, but even that, I guess it has some action in it, but again, it's more about like the drama, less about the action, right? Duara is definitely what I would consider like, there's obviously some action in there, but again, it's not like shonen. This is kind of just like my point. I don't want to keep like repeating myself for like literally every decade, but you get the point, right? Like there's like everything from like K-On! Kategori is actually really good. Check it out if you haven't. Penny and Stalking, whatever the fuck that is. That cute girl I don't know the name of. Ice Cold the Dead was actually really good. This is one too. And yeah, no one's brought that one up. It is good, but it's a lot of fan service. But my only point, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood came out. Even though this isn't like new, it is new, but not new. It's not like a new series. And that's one other good thing to bring up too, right? When talking about these, the only one. Oh, okay, I take it back. My Hero, Attack on Titan was like a new series, and Demon Slayer is a new series. But Hunter x Hunter and JoJo's are definitely not new, like at all. These series have been going on for years before this anime adaptation came out. Not saying that there's anything against that. I'm just saying, like, I think what's so good about this is that this is like new blood. Like My Hero Academia is incredibly new, which isn't a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad thing at all that My Hero won best shonen anime of the decade. Because again, there wasn't a lot. Like there was not there was not a lot. I would like to challenge people to give me some more, like besides the ones that they listed here already, like Attack on Titan, Demon Slayer, Hunter x Hunter, and JoJo's. Like that was pretty much it. And I'd like to bring up something, right? You guys remember fucking Toriko? You guys remember this show? Does anyone remember Toriko? No, right? No one fucking talks about Toriko. Literally no one talks about this show. Because it got canceled pretty early on. As far as like shonen anime goes, like this shit got canceled pretty quick. Which is unfortunate, because you can tell they were really pushing for this show to do well. Like, you had a crossover One Piece and Dragon Ball, I think Naruto. And yeah, I mean, honestly, like, this has some pretty cool, it has some really cool ideas. Like, I personally, I haven't watched it in its entirety. I've seen some of it. But it is good. It's okay. But I think that just goes to show, right? Like, shonen anime was not in at the time. This is like one of the only shows, one of the only shonen anime to come out like within the decade, like earlier in the decade, and it fucking nothing. It didn't really go anywhere. And I'm saying that because this was like new. All this shit, like I said, the only anime that came out earlier in the decade that wasn't based on something that already existed, that kind of caught on, was Attack on Titan. And even then, Attack on Titan, obviously it's a shonen, but it's not like a traditional shonen anime like, say, you know, My Hero Academia. And that's not a bad thing at all, actually. But I just mean to say, like, that's the shit that people like. People like their traditional ass shonen battle mangas, or anime, I guess. So, I don't know, man. I think people need to just stop hating on My Hero Academia, because I just want to look at some of these and just look. I just want to look at some of the complaints that people have. Let me see here. Let's actually get to this one. This one too. Demon Slayer winning Best Animation. First of all, there's a ton of people who, and me included, I'll throw myself out there. I'll put myself out there, that thought that they were talking about best anime of the decade, right? They said best animation. It's not, just to clear it up, I'm sure most people know this by now. They're talking about just the animation. Nothing about anything else. Just how the show visually looks, right? And honestly, I mean, I really can't blame them. I mean, look, and this is, first of all, this is fan voted. I don't know why people are upset at Funimation for this, because I'm just like, people voted for this. There was no like academy of like, or secret society of fucking anime fans who voted for this. Like, no, this is all just voted for by fans, like by people. So I don't understand why people are upset about that. I guess people are just upset that, you know, something that's just so new is just really popular, or just, you know, well, I mean, yeah, it's basically just really popular, which is not, I don't think it's a really fair criticism, especially not of My Hero or Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer is fucking great. It's really fucking good. Regardless of what you say about the show, like, if you have anything bad to say, that's fine, but no one's gonna sit here and fucking tell me that the animation in Demon Slayer is not fucking incredible. That shit's fucking god tier. Like, honestly, you know, there's some other shit. I know this person brings up JoJo, which, right, I agree, does look really fucking good. Violet Evergarden, also, yes, does look very fucking good. Attack on Titan, Mob. I don't know about Dragon Maid. I've seen it, but I've seen it exist, but I haven't watched the show. I wouldn't know. But I think what Demon Slayer has over all these shows, except maybe Mob Psycho, it has a very distinct art style. Like, Demon Slayer doesn't look quite like anything else, or it just has like very interesting things about it. I know like Demon Slayer. Okay, I know if I look up Demon Slayer is gonna be the first thing I find, right? But the thing about Demon Slayer that I really fucking love, it usually has some thick ass outlines. No, stop, please, no. Demon Slayer has some thick ass outlines, a lot of the times, which most animes don't do as much. Usually, most of the time you see very thin outlines, but I think it's just a super like distinct art style that doesn't really look like anything else, and I think that's probably one of the reasons why I personally don't really have an issue with it. Like, look at the way the way their eyes look, like with like this like weird, like everyone's eyes like kind of have this distinct look to them. It's not just like traditional like anime eyes, you know, which is not bad, but I'm just saying like it just takes that like a step further. Like I don't know, this shit looks sick. I don't know how anybody can sit here and complain and be like, Demon Slayer fucking sucks. This show looks stupid. Like, what? What? Are you guys looking at this? Like, am I looking at the same show? Like, I get it. Like I said, like the only show I can really think of that like I can also kind of say doesn't look like anything else is probably Mob Psycho. This show, it's true, it doesn't look like anything else. This show looks weird, which is fine. I think it's great, actually. I think this show looks fucking fantastic. And I wouldn't necessarily say I would think Demon Slayer or Mob Psycho looks better. I wouldn't really know if I think one looks better than the other. But to say that like Demon Slayer just doesn't deserve it because it's just too new, I don't understand how that makes any sense, because you're just going off the visuals. You're not going off the story. You're not going off characters or anything. Just how it looks, right? In Demon Slayer, I mean, honestly, in my opinion, yeah, Demon Slayer is one of the best looking fucking shows out there. Like, are you serious? Like, bruh, like I said, like its art style is distinct. Whereas something like Attack on Titan has some cool shit too in it, though. I'll be real about that. That's true, because you know you got the. Actually, that's true. Attack on Titan actually does have like pretty big. Attack on Titan actually does have does use outlines kind of in a similar way, because sometimes they're like super thick outlines. Like right here, they're a little bit thicker. Like that, they can definitely sometimes be like a bit thicker. But don't get me wrong, I really like the style, but I just feel like it still looks more anime, right? This looks, you know, really good still, don't get me wrong, but not as distinct as something like Demon Slayer. That's just my justifying of it. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, I just feel like it's weird. I think people need to stop hating. To be completely fucking honest, I'm so serious. Like, I just, you know, because like I said, especially like with My Hero winning Shonen of the decade, like there wasn't a lot. There was not a lot. It feels like it was now because there's a good amount coming out like recently, but like earlier this decade, like 2010, 2011, 2012, Shonen anime was not really popping back then. Like, you had the ongoing shit like, you know, like One Piece, Naruto, Bleach was doing, I think, okay at the time. But other than those two, there are some hits here and there, but it's not like 2000 to 2009 where you had like Naruto, Bleach, fucking the Inuyasha. No, definitely not. There was just a lot more. There was a lot more like battle action focused shows. Whereas the 2010s, there was more focus on like romance and drama, stuff like that, which isn't bad. It's not bad at all, but I think that's just kind of why My Hero takes it, because there wasn't a lot. Like there wasn't, like, and whether or not one's better, than the other. It's like, I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. It really doesn't. These are like fan votes. These are opinions that people have on the internet. It doesn't mean that one's like definitively better than the other just because it won this award. That was fan voted, by the way, right? It was fan voted. No one, there's not like this committee. Yeah, stop. But I do think that people just need to, I think people need to chill and like just let people enjoy things. Because I do want to see where Demon Slayer goes. I do want to see where My Hero Academia goes. And Hunter x Hunter is never gonna finish. So I know the anime ended, but the manga's never gonna finish. It's not. But yeah. That's really all. That's really all I've got. I just kind of came on here and ranted a bit. But if you guys, whatever you guys got to say about this, let me know in the comments below or whatever. I love to talk to people about this stuff. So, you know, that's all I got. Hopefully I'll see you guys in another video. Maybe if you guys like this type of stuff, me talking about anime or whatever, hey, I'll make more of it. Just let me know. But you guys have a good one, man. I will see you guys next time. Please. I don't know, man. I don't know how to end these, but bye.